Yeah. This is not fear. This is faith walking. I don't shrink, I rise.
I step in bold. I step in bold. I step in bold. I step in bold.
I came from the valley where shadows speak, where doubt tried to bury the fire in me. But I heard a voice in eternity, stand up son, you carry authority. Wasn't by power, wasn't by might, but the spirit lit flames in the dead of the night. Now I walk through storms, I don't ask why, I became the answer when I chose to rise. Pressure made diamonds, I shine through pain. Every closed door taught me his name. I was hidden, now I'm revealed. Grace on my life, now the scroll is unsealed. I don't move by what I see, heaven backs the steps in me.
When I was weak, you made me strong. Now I know where I belong. Fear has lost its hold on me. Now I walk in destiny.
I step in bold.
No fear, no change. Through fire and rain, I know my name. Chosen call, I won't be feared. I take my place, I run this race. By faith, by grace, I see the glory on my face. Look, I'm walking like Peter on top of the waves, defying the limits they said I should stay. I carry the sound that breaks every chain. When I speak, even darkness obeys. I've been through fire, came out refined. Battles in secret, prepared my time. Now every step is a kingdom sign. Heaven and earth in perfect alignment. No hesitation, I move with fire. Destiny pulling me higher and higher. Every decree becomes my attire. I walk like a king with a holy desire. Listen, can you hear it? That sound is victory calling.
I refuse to bow to fear.
I refuse to live beneath my calling.
Beneath anointing, I was born for
such a time as this.
Born for thee.
What's strong, sir?
Born meant for me.
I know you are.
For glory.
For this,
I step in done.
no fear, no change. Through fire and rain, I know my name. Chosen called, I won't be the same. I take my place, I run this race. By faith, by place, I see the glory on my face. Now I step in rooms they said I never reach, with a sound that only heaven could teach. Demons scatter when I release the authority of the Prince of Peace. Every giant falls at my feet, victory's rhythm inside my beat. I'm not the same, I've been transformed from the wilderness into the storm. This is my hour, I won't delay. I carry the light, I lead the way. No turning back, no yesterday. I step in bold, I seize the day.
I step in.
Get power,
This is my hour.
I won't back down. Get full with fire,
Rise up.
and rise up higher.
I step in.
I'm full with fire,
I rise up.
and rise up higher.
Once more.
I take my place.
I step in. I step in.
I don't wait for permission. Heaven already approved me. Taste. This is AP. Feel music, your liberation sound. Yeah. From the dust to destiny, from pressure to power, we don't quit, we keep grinding. Yeah. I came from the valley where the nights felt longer. Carried the weight, but it made me stronger. Tears in the dark, but I still kept praying. Even when heaven felt like delaying. Had no applause, just faith in motion. Heart full of fire, soul full devotion. They saw the struggle, they ain't see the calling. God said rise even when I was falling. Every scar got a story to tell. Every test tried to drag me to hell, but grace stepped in. Rewrote the script, now I walk in fire get hit. Even in the fire, I will stand. You were shaping me with your hand.
Keep running, don't you stop now. Heaven's watching, make your father burn. Through the pressure, through the pain, you were built to rise again. Keep grinding, hold your ground. Keep it silent, gotta sound. When it's heavy, don't decline. God is working in the grind.
I seen doors close right in my face. Still I ran with unshaken grace. They doubted the oil, laughed at the vision, but God was preparing divine precision. I was hidden, I was pressed, I was overlooked, but I stayed in the word while they stayed in the book. Now the fire in me can't be contained. Every loss I took became kingdom gain. No shortcuts, no compromise. I see purpose through my trials. Even when the road got steep, I sowed in tears, now I reap. They didn't know the breaking was building you. The waiting was aligning you. The crushing was releasing the oil.
Keep grinding, don't you stop now. Heaven's watching, make your father proud. Through the pressure, through the pain, you were built to rise again. Keep grinding, hold your ground. Even silence, gotta sound. When it's heavy, don't decline. God is one, never grand.
Now I'm walking like a king with authority. Devil tried, but he got no hold on me. I was forged in the fire, now I shine bright. Turn my darkest days into living light. This is kingdom, this is purpose driven. Every breath that I take is heaven given. I don't fold, I don't break, I rise. Got the fire of God burning in my eyes. Grinding in the spirit, grinding in the word. Every promise spoken, I stand assured. I don't quit, I persist, I endure. Cause the one who called me is secure.
Keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. Oh, we won't stop. Keep grinding, lift your high. You were born for such a time. Through the storm, through the fire, you keep grinding, don't give in. This is where your crown begins. Every tear, every climb, God is in your grind.
Keep grinding. Keep grinding. The process is not your prison. It's your preparation. Change. Yeah. They saw the process, but never understood the calling. This is deeper than pain. This is purpose wrapped in pressure. They judged my silence, never heard my prayer life. Saw the storm around me, never saw the air light. Walking through the fire, but I never smelled smoke. God wrote the story, I just lived what he spoke. They called me distant, I was deep in the spirit. Fighting unseen wars, they too blind just to hear it. Lonely in the crowd, yeah, I carry the sound. Heaven on my inside while my feet on the ground. They said I changed, I said I grew. You love the old me, but God made me new. Had to cut ties just to walk in truth. Now I wear grace like a tailored suit. Pain turned prophetic, every tear got a voice. When I lost everything, I still made it my choice. Now I stand firm, even when it's rough. Misunderstood, but I'm chosen enough.
Misunderstood, but heaven knows my name. They see the scars but don't know the flame. I've been broken, I've been used, but I'm still standing. Misunderstood, but I carry his grace. They see the fall but not the race. Through the fire, I refuse to give it up. Misunderstood.
Yeah. I was hidden for a reason, not rejected by design. God was building something deeper, working past the timeline. Every closed door was protection in disguise. Now I see the vision clearer through these anointed eyes. They spoke against me, but it pushed me to pray. Every dagger in my back made me stronger each day. I forgave quick, I don't carry that weight. I got destiny calling, I ain't got time for hate. I walk alone, yeah, the road got narrow. Had to trust in God, not the crowd or the arrow. Even Jesus was rejected by his own, so I learned how to stand when I'm standing alone. Now I shine different, yeah, the light too bright. They don't understand when you walk by sight. Faith over feelings, purpose over views. I may be misunderstood, but I cannot lose.
Misunderstood, but heaven knows my name. They see the scar, but don't know the flame. I've been broken, I've been used, but I'm still standing. Misunderstood, I carry his grace. They see the fall, but not the race. Through the fire, I refuse to give it up. Misunderstood.
You called it rejection, God called it separation. You called it pain, God called it preparation. You called me lost, but I was being found. Chosen, chosen, chosen. I'm not what they say, I'm what he declared. Anointed in the secret even when they never cared. Built from the ground, now I'm rising the spirit. When God speaks, what's the whole world gon' hear? I got oil on my head, yeah, drips with power. Been through the wilderness, now I step in the hour. Every delay was a line in my steps. Now I walk bold, no fear, no regrets. I'm a testimony, yeah, I carry the proof that God can use the broken just to manifest truth. So I lift my hands, even through the abuse. Misunderstood, but I'm living the proof.
Misunderstood, but heaven knows my name. They see the scars, but don't know the flame. I've been broken, I've been used, but I'm still standing. Misunderstood, that I carry his grace. They see the fall, but not the race. Through the fire, I refuse to give it up. Misunderstood.
Heaven understood, even when they didn't too. They counted me out, but heaven wrote me in. Yeah, from the dust where they left me, I was forming my rise. Had pain in my chest, but I kept heaven in sight. They spoke limitations, tried to box in my light. But the God that I serve said, you destined for heights. Walking through valleys, I carried the flame. Every rejection was fueling my name. Closed doors turning spiritual gain. Now I walk different, I'm not the same. They didn't see oil when I was in process. Didn't see glory when I was in darkness. Now I'm a witness, my life is a promise. Grace did it all, your God is the author.
I was hidden for a reason. Now I'm stepping in my season. He lifted me, he called my name from the ashes. I overcame.
Now I step in rooms they said I'd never reach. Doors opening wide, now they I remember nights I was crying in silence, fighting battles they couldn't define it. Spirit was building me sharper than iron. Now every word that I speak is a line. They said I break, but I turn into fire. Walk through the storm, now I walk even higher. Pressure created a kingdom supplier. Now I'm reflecting the truth of Messiah. Elevation don't come without scars. I've been stretched, but I still went far. Now I'm shining like morning stars. Grace carried me past every bar. Hey, I was overlooked, misunderstood, but chosen.
What they call delayed, God called preparation. What they call rejection, God called redirection. Now watch me step where prophecy said I belong.
Now I step in rooms they said I'd never reach. Angels moving when I walk in peace. Every chain broke, now I'm truly free. I carry resurrection power inside of me. Now I step in rooms they said I'd never reach. Every wall falling, that is decree. From the ground to divine authority, God turned my pain to a legacy. Who made a way? Jesus made a way. Who opened doors? Jesus opened doors. Who lifted me? The King of Glory. The King of Glory. The King of Glory. Yeah, now I move with authority, heaven backing me. Every step I take, got eternity mapping me. No more fear, no doubt trapping me. I'm walking in purpose, ain't no stopping me. From the pit to the palace, that's destiny. Every trial builds spiritual density. Now I speak and it shifts the atmosphere, because the Spirit of God lives in me. Now I step in rooms they said I'd never reach. Your grace made a way. Now I walk in victory. Yeah. When the weight hits your chest, when the night won't speak back, don't fold, don't run. This is your moment.
When it's heavy, don't decline. Stand your ground, you'll be refined. Through the fire, you will shine. Grace will carry you in time. When it's heavy, don't let go. Even when you don't feel strong, God is riding through the storm. You were built to carry on.
Yeah, pressure on my shoulders, feel the weight of generations. Battle in the silence, fighting unseen situations. Tears in the night, but I speak in revelation. Pain turned to power, that's divine transformation. I've been walking through the valley, shadows all around me. Voices trying to break me, fear trying to drown me. But I heard a whisper deep inside my spirit say, son, don't retreat, this is how you find your way. Every scar got a story, every wound got a purpose. Every fall made me stronger, every trial shaped the surface of the man that I'm becoming. Can't quit in the process. Heavy is the crown, but I carry it with progress.
Don't you bow, don't you break. There's a glory at stake. When it's heavy, don't decline. Stand your ground, you'll be refined. Through the fire, you will shine. Grace
up on a vision. Fighting doubts, questioning every decision. But purpose don't leave when the pressure increases. It's revealed when your strength decreases. So I prayed in the dark when nobody was watching. Faith in my chest even when fear was knocking. Learned that diamonds are formed under weight and heat. So I embraced every battle I refused defeat. Yeah, they didn't see the tears behind the worship. Didn't know the cost, didn't understand the burden. But I stayed on my knees, I stayed in alignment. Now I see the fruit. God was perfect in his timing.
Even Jesus carried weight on his shoulders, didn't break. So why would I run away when glory comes through pain?
When it's heavy, don't you run, be fine.
Stand your ground, you'll be
With glorified,
through the fire.
you will shine,
Grace will carry you in time.
where we shine.
When it's heavy, don't let go. Even when you feel it strong. So God is riding through the storm.
Riding through the storm,
Built to carry on.
Yeah, I'm not folding under pressure, I was built for this. Every trial got a lesson, every scar a gift. I don't run from the fire, I step in bold. Cause I know every test turned my faith to gold. Weight on my back, but I walk like a king. Pain in my chest, but I still gotta sing. Cause worship ain't real till it comes from the fight. When you praise in the storm, that's a dangerous light. Yeah, chains breaking when I open my mouth. Darkness trembles when I let the praise out. So I stand 10 toes, even when it's heavy. Cause the God that I serve always keeps me steady. Don't quit now. You're closer than you think. That weight you feel is not to crush you. It's to crown you.
when it's heavy, don't decline.